Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. Hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today, we are back with battle reports. Today, we have Stormcast Eternals. Yes, I'm going to be playing my Stormkeep Patrol again. I promise it's one of the last videos with this, I guess, sort of boring army, but I had to play with a fully painted army. I'm going to be playing against my mate Jed. He's not too fond of being on camera, so he's going to be using his Nurgle in this. And so we're going to have a 2,000 point battle, and we're going to be playing the battle plan Battle for the Pass. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you to everyone who supports the channel via Patreon and YouTube members, which you can find the links to that and our Discord server in the description of the video, which you should go do now before you watch the rest of the video. Thank you all for watching though. Let's get into the battle report. And so we've got 2,000 points of Stormcast Eternals, 1,990 points actually. So what are we playing? We're playing in the Stormkeep sub-allegiance faction thing that it is. And we're going to have, for Battle Line, we've got 2 units of 30 Liberators and a unit of 10 Free Guild Guard. We've also got a unit of 12 Gryph-hounds, a unit of 9 K-Knight Shadow Stalkers in as allies, and then 2 units of 3 Aetherwings. For our heroes, the one in the center there, that's going to be our general. He's a Lord Castellan, and he's going to have the command trait and the artifact of power, both from the Astral Templars, Dauntless Hunter, and Godbeast Plate. Yes, we're playing Astral Templars. We've then got another Lord Castellan, and we've also got the Lord Veritant there, who is going to have the Lantern of the Tempest. That puts a buff of like negative to shooting around us. We're playing in the Stormkeep Patrol Battalion as well, and we've got an extra command point. So we're going to be starting the game with 2 command points. And lastly, the prayer we've got for our Lord Veritant is going to be Divine Light. This is going to allow us to either bless one of our units to make our opponent reroll 6s to hit them, or it's going to allow us to reroll 1s to hit an enemy unit. It's a really cool little prayer we can do. And so we're playing against Maggotkin of Nurgle. What have we got here? We've got 3 units of 5 Black Kings in the Black Cyst with the Lord of Blacks there as well. 30 Plague Bearers, 40 Plague Monks, yeah? Yeah. Awesome. The Maggotkin coming in, he's just went and picked him up and built him up for this. And we've got the Great Unclean One. So he's got the Rustfang, yes? Yep. Glotkin's going to have Blades of Putrefaction. And he's got...
Tome of 1,000 Poxes. Oh, there's Artifact.
Yep.
And, sorry.
Grandfather's Blessing. Grandfather's Blessing for the command tray. Awesome. We'll go see what scenario we're going to play. So we're playing Battle for the Pass, so armies are deployed. Now, you notice I haven't got the 60 Liberators down. That's because there's no reason to sort of put it down yet. We'll put it down after. But the only model in the battalion that actually matters to get put down before the game is the Veritant, because he drops off this little Gryph-hound Fido here and then leaves him behind. But we've got the Free Guild Guard, the K-Knight Shadow Stalkers on the objective, 2 units of Aetherwings on either side, and the Castellans ready to move up. We've then got, on the other side of the table, we've got the Plague Bearers surrounding the Great Unclean One, Glotkin, the Plague Monks, and a whole bunch of Black Kings over on that flank. So we're now going to go into my pre-game move, and we're going to put the Liberators down on the table in their new deployment. And so we've deployed the Stormkeep Patrol. We've got 30 Liberators over here, the Veritant in the middle there, another 30 Liberators, and we've got a screen of Gryph-hounds in front of them. We're now going to get to move the Castellan due to his Dauntless Hunter's command trait, so everything within 6 inches of him is going to get a free move before the game. And so, first turn, Nurgle going to take it. He's not wanting me to box him in completely. So Nurgle are going to take turn 1. Turn 1, Nurgle. So start of the hero phase for Nurgle. He's going to be rolling for the Feculent Narwhal to see if he does any mortal wound. So we'll start on the Veritant there. A mortal wound on a 4+. No. For the block of Liberators that are near it. No. The Gryph-hounds. No. And the other unit of Liberators is going to get anything. Yay! Mortal wound. They take a mortal wound. Cool. So you've rolled on the Cycle of Corruption. You got a 3. What's it called? You're going to be doing some mortal wounds, I think.
Bludgeoning?
Oh, the burgeoning. Burgeoning. Good English words there. So every model unit within an inch of a terrain feature takes a mortal wound on a 5+. So we'll start with this unit of Liberators because they're near multiple. So go. They do. So they take a mortal wound. We've then got the Gryph-hound unit as well. Yep. So the Gryph-hounds are going to take a mortal. This unit of Liberators here. No. Castellan. Yes. His little Griffhound buddy. No. Aetherwings here. Yes. The Canite Shadow Stalkers at the back. Yes. And the other unit of Aetherwings over there. No. Cool. We'll put the mortal wounds down on everything and we'll come back with the rest of the hero phase.
So it should be on the Plague Monks.
Yeah, so what are you going to use?
Fleshy Abundance.
Fleshy Abundance. Glotkin casting on the Plague Monks, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. What do we need to cast? 7?
Yep.
Alright. That gives +1 to wound to the Plague Monks, yeah?
Yep.
I'm going to try and stop that one. So we're going to go... And 6, nope, goes off. So they've got +1 to wound on the Plague Monks. Sorry, not +1 to wound, +1 wound. So they're 2 wound Plague Monks now. Saying the wrong thing. Cool. And so Glotkin's other spell, Blades of Putrefaction. Go, roll those dice. 9 goes off. I can't stop it. I've got no more dispels. So they're doing mortal wounds on a 6 to hit now as well.
Right, let me just see.
So I'm going to be using Plague Wind potentially.
Yeah, so he's got the Tome of 1,000 Poxes, so that's -1 to cast.
Yep.
And he's going to take a mortal wound.
Easy.
So he's playing +2 to cast.
Awesome. Sweet. +2 cast. So we'll see whether he gets that spell off. Yep. Oh yeah, certainly does. 12. Cool.
So it's 14 inches.
So it's,
yeah. So I'll hit that mob there.
Easy. Cool. So D3 mortal wounds onto those liberators. For 3. Cool. It's going to take down 2 liberators. Because they already had a wound on them. So 2 liberators down.
Kill. Shield on.
So casting Mystic Shield.
On the Great Claymore.
On the Great and Clean one himself. I've got no shooting, so probably better on them.
Oh, yep.
So yeah. Mystic Shield on the Plague Bearers. 8. Yep, goes off. Easy. His last game was against KO, so he's a bit worried about shooting at the moment, but yeah. I don't have any shooting, so Mystic Shield on the Plague Bearers. Cool, so you're going to use his command ability. The Lord of Pliers there. Cool, so he's used the command ability there on the Plague Monks. And now we're going to go into movement. I think that's the end of your hero phase finally.
Yep.
So movement will come back after all of it's done. So, end of the movement phase here. The Plague Bearers and the Plague Monks have both moved up. They're just outside of 3. And then we've got the Blight King starting to move up as well. We've got the Glotkin behind, along with the Great Unclean one behind there as well. So, shooting. Is there any to come?
Yeah, it's a fair bit.
Awesome. Cool. Going into the shooting phase for now. Cool. Glotkin here is going to shoot into the Griffhounds. It's the only thing he's in range of. So, what do you need to hit?
3s.
3s. Awesome. Hits.
And 4.
4 to wound. Nothing. Cool. That's Glotkin done.
Yeah. So
Cool. So to start with, we're going with the Lord of Blights, yeah?
Yep. So it's 3s. Nope.
Cool. And then we got all the Blight King's rotten heads to throw. So he's going to throw them into the Griffhounds, yeah? Yep. So everyone's into the Griffhounds. We'll do it as one big batch. Be easiest. Alrighty, so 13 of them were in range. Just 2 of them are out of range of the Griffhounds. They need to reroll 6s to hit due to Lantern of the Tempest, but they hit on
4s.
4s, easy. So reroll those 2 6s in there, the symbols. One of them still a 6, but that still hits. So 4s to hit, yeah?
Yep.
So 2 hits, I think. Ouch.
Yeah.
2 hits. And what do they need to wound?
3s.
Cool. 1 damage.
Yep. Just 1.
Just 1, cool. Yep. That's another wound on the Griffhounds then. So flick that one over to a 2.
Okay.
Alright, so who's charging first?
Plague Monks into the Griffhounds.
Yep. So 2 dice. 4 plus 1. So they're getting a 5-inch charge. Anyone else charging?
Yeah, I'll charge the Plague Bearers as well.
Plague Bearers as well. And they got a 7. Cool. Easy. We'll move all of them and we'll come back and show you what happens after the charges. Alrighty, so this is what it looks like after charges. Plague Bearers have charged in, Plague Monks over on that side. So now we're going to go into combat and you're picking your Plague Monks to fight first, yeah?
Yep, that's correct.
Cool, so they're going to get their pile in and then we'll get to attack. So 24 in combat. They've got 4 attacks each. That's 96 dice. Yeah, let's go for it. We need a bigger dice cup, so no tray. What do they need to hit?
4s and 3s.
Cool. So we'll just pick out those ones that are cocked. Roll all of them again for us. Cool. So 4s to hit, yeah?
Yep.
Easy. We'll pick out the 4s and we'll come back. Our mistake, it's 3s to hit. So now we'll pick them out and come back. Alright, so straight away there are 20 mortal wounds over here that we've taken out. We've also added an extra bunch of hits in because of their additional attacks, the 6s on hits, proc, and extra hit. So now we're rolling to wound, 4s to wound. See what you get on top of the wounds. I think you've probably killed the Griffhounds. And so yeah, as you would expect, these Griffhounds died. We didn't even bother counting all the dice by I was like a quarter into them and they were dead. So now it's my turn to pick. I'm going to go the Liberators that are going into the Plague Bearers. I'll pile them in and we'll come back with their attacks. My turn to hit back. So the Liberators are piled in. We've got the 4 attacks from the regular Liberators here. -1 to hit, so they're hitting on 5s at the moment. But, 2 hits. And wounding on 3s. 2 wounds, no rend, damage 1 onto the Plague Bearers.
2 6-ups.
Take 1 down.
Yep. And then the Nurgle save.
Yep.
5.
Save. And then my Grand Hammers, so hitting on 5s at the moment. And wounding on 3s. 3 at -1. So they go straight through. 6-up save on your Plague Bearers?
5 up.
5 up, so 6-up save then. Nope, and damage 2 apiece, so 6 damage.
Yep.
Easy. So they're going to kill 5. Cool. 5 Plague Bearers down. The Plague Bearers are going to attack back. Cool, so the Plague Bearers, 12 of them are attacking back. 1 of them is the Sergeant, so an extra attack, so 13 attacks. What do you need to hit?
4 up.
4 up, easy. And then 3s to wound. Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well, I mean, after what you rolled for your Plague Monks, you deserve that. 3s to wound. So 3 armor saves to make. Yeah. I'm currently on my 4-up, re-rolling 1s. Failed 1, so I take a wound. Cool, so Liberator's going to attack back into the Plague Monks. We're -1 to hit, so we're hitting on 5s. 2 hits from our regular hammers. 1 wound, so 1 armor save. No. And then we've got our Grand Hammers.
Should put a wound on 1 Plague Monk.
So these are hitting on 5s. And wounding on 3s. So 2, -1. So that's going to be 2 dead because they are 2 damage each. Remembering all these Plague Monks there are 2 wound Plague Monks. Yuck.
When you hit your back on 6.
Yeah, and so 2
6s.
Yeah. No mortal wounds back. Awesome. That's going to be the end of combat. We'll quickly count the objective points. I think I've still got this one, but we'll have to just double check on that. All right, so we've rounded up all the objectives. This is the second try. His phone went off in the first one. Anyway, I only just control that one over there, but I still do. And this one, the Liberator's definitely control, meaning he's only going to get a point for his home objective, so puts him on 1 going into Stormcast turn 1. So, hero phase for Stormcast Eternals at gaining command point, putting me up to 3. And then I'm going to use Divine Light Prayer. So, I'm going to choose to cast it on my Liberators, meaning you're going to need to reroll 6 to hit them if it goes off. Divine Light goes off. There's nothing you can do to stop it. It's a prayer. So, you need to reroll 6s to shoot and in combat against them. Hopefully stopping some of those mortal wounds. And then the other thing in my hero phase, both Castellans are going to cast their buffs on the units, giving them +1 to save. And we'll go into movement. So, movement's finished. On the other flank, we've had the Aetherwings over there move up. Castellan, the Gryphounds moved up over here as well. We retreated the Liberators out, flew the Aetherwings and a Gryphound in front there, just to sort of try and get some sort of screen. Really don't want those Plague Monks getting into me this turn, so we had to retreat. But we've also jumped the Canine Shadowstalkers down to the flank here. They're going to try to charge into the edge of those Plague Monks. So, let's go into some charges and we'll see what happens. So, the Canine Shadowstalkers are going to try and charge. They got a 9, so they're going to land it. Awesome. We'll move them up, and then we're also going to try with little Gryphound here. So, he's got a 7, and then the second one behind him has an 8. Cool. 7 and 8. Easy. He'll come back with all the charges. And so, charges made. Canine Shadowstalkers making sure we stay outside of 3. However, the 2 Gryphounds charged back here are within 3 of the Plague Monks, therefore meaning they're going to have to start moving over that way as well. We're going to try and stretch them out as much as we can. So, I'm going to pick the first unit to fight. I'm going to pick the Liberators over there, I reckon. Alright, so these Liberators here, there are 4 regular Liberators. They are -1 to hit still, but then +1 to hit thanks to the Defenders of the Realms. So we're going to be hitting on 4s. It's not bad. And wounding on 3s. So 3 armor saves, 5 up. Rerolling 1s, don't forget. No 1s, so 3. Then damage 1, so 5 ups again. So 2 dead Plague Bearers so far. And then my Grand Hammers needing 4s. That's not a bad roll. And 3s. That's not as good. So 4 at -1 now. So these are 6 up saves. And 1 save, but then they become damage 2, so 5 ups on them. So that's 5, 6, 7 die in total. 7 dead Plague Bearers, nice. So we've piled in the Plague Monks. They've been stretched by the 2 units here. So the Canine Shadowstalkers is going to attack with 6 models. 3 attacks each, 18 attacks. -1, so only 4s hit and no mortals at all. Nice, I will take that every day. Plan working like a charm. So 4s to hit, we'll come back up. And then 4s to wound, yeah?
Yep.
That's not bad though. So that is 5. 5 ups on the Canine Shadowstalkers. Saved 1, so 4 are going. I need them to stay there, so I think we're going to kill our buddy. So to make sure Battle Shock doesn't impact us at all, or, you know, very minimal, we can't actually lose the unit now. Going to kill the Shroud Queen off, take 3 wounds, and then just one of her friends dies. So that means at worst and bravery 5, so I can only lose 1 more. So, seems like the best solution to me. So, 2 singular Gryphounds here. So, 18 attacks into this one here. Your normal hit roll, so 3s. That's 1, 2, 3 mortals, he's dead. And then 4 of them going to attack the other Gryphounds. So that'll be, what, 4 times 3? 12 attacks. Cool, 12 attacks. Hitting on 3s. You get 3 6s, and you get 3 6s. He dead too. Killing all my dogs. Apparently the rats do not like the dogs. Canine Shadowstalkers over there. 5 of them into the Plague Monks. -1 to hit. So 4s I believe we're needing. So we're -1, so that means 5s to hit. So that's alright. And then 3s to wound. 4 wounds, no rend, damage 1. So these are your 6 ups. So another Plague Monk dies because remembering they've got 2 wounds apiece at the moment.
Sorry.
And rolling a dice because one of them died. So on a 6, it's a mortal wound back to the Canine Shadowstalkers. Nope. Cool. Then you've just got your Plague Bearers to go. So 13 attacks from 12 models because plus the Sarge. What do we need to hit?
4s.
4s to hit, easy.
It's not too bad.
That's pretty good.
1, 2, 3, 4,
And threes. That's wow. So these guys have a 2-up re-rolling. I'm fine. That's it for Plague Bearers. So that's combat. End of the turn, I'm going to score my home objective, and I'm going to score both the mid-board ones. I do have to roll a battle check for the K-Knight Shadow Stalkers though. So they lost 2. They're bravery 7. So on a 6, I lose another model. Nope, they're fine. And you might have some battle shock as well, because who's your general?
The Grand Clean one.
Grand and Clean one. He's within 12, so you can use an Inspiring Presence. I don't think you need to on the Plague Monks. We'll work it out. So he doesn't need to take one for the Plague Monks because they've got heaps of models left. However, he's going to risk it for the biscuit with the Plague Bearers. Roll that dice. 4. So that means you lose 1. Oh, wait, no. The 10 plus models. No, you lose none. They're fine. So, as mentioned, I'm going to go up to 5 victory points. He's on 1, going into priority. I've got a 1. You got a 5. Doesn't matter what you rolled, you're going to be able to get it.
Yeah.
And he's going to take the turn. Right, so what's happened at the start of the hero phase? He's moved the Contagion Wheel, which now goes to Battle Shock test for me. I have to reroll 1s. And he's gained another 3 points for his Contagion points. So you're up to 6 Contagion points. And that's it. Spell's gone off, disappeared from them. So the Plague Monk that was on 1 wound now has 0 wounds. So he is dead. But you're going to try and roll for the tree now. So on a 4+, this unit of Liberators will take the mortal wound. No. And that unit of Liberators is the only other unit within 3. No. No mortal wounds from the tree this turn. So, magic. So, Fleshy Abundance from Maggotkin onto the Plague Monks. Go for it. 4. No, he's not going to cast it, is he?
No.
Oh, he's near Arcane, so does it go off on a 5?
No.
No. All right, so Fleshy Abundance does not go off. Second spell for him, Blades of Putrefaction.
Yeah.
No, neither. Oh, this is good. This is when a double, taking the turn could potentially ruin it, because his Plague Monks would have been buffed up had he not taken it, but he was stuck, so it is what it is. So neither of his spells went off. We'll move on to the Great Unclean one.
Yeah. Oh, he's just going to heal D3 more than so.
Going to heal D3?
Do I roll for it?
Yeah. Well, he's only got 1,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I don't know. Can you roll a 0.5 on a D3? If it's cocked, it's a 0.5. So he's used the command ability to give the Plague Bearers +1 attack, and now he's going to try and cast his spell. Plague Wind, yeah?
No, it's
Grandfather's Blessing?
Joy.
Grandfather's
Yeah,
Joy. Well, it goes off. I can't even try to stop it with a 10, 11, 12, 13. Nick.
I'm just going to roll Plague Wind on it. 7.
Cool.
Plague Wind. 7.
I can try and stop that. So that goes off on a 6, 7, 8, 9. So he's got a couple of plus on himself plus Arcane. So I need a 10 on dice. No. Goes off. Completely our fault. He wasn't casting Grandfather's Joy. That's the command ability. He was casting Mystic Shield. So they've got Mystic Shield, Grandfather's Blessing for the command ability, and now he's just cast Plague Wind. So he's going to do some mortal wounds. So we'll see how far he can reach. So just D3 mortals onto the Liberators. For 3 again. I mean, that's consistently done 3. So another 2 dead Liberators.
Cool. And
then he's using Plague of Flyers on the Plague Monks. Much more useful this turn because if he gets countercharged, I'm actually going to do damage now. So that's the end of his hero phase. We'll go into movement and we'll come back after all of that is done. So movement, he's just moved the Maggotkin, the Blight Lords, and the Great Unclean one. They've all moved forward. They pretty much can't go anywhere else, so it is what it is. Going into shooting. Cool. So the Great Unclean one's going to use Noxious Bile into the Liberators. I've just got to double check. Are they wholly within 12 still? I don't think they will be anymore. No. Not wholly within 12, so go for it. D6 attacks. 2. What do you need to hit?
3s.
Oh, yep.
And 2s. Both of them.
Any Rens?
Ren 2.
Ren 2, so this is going to go. This is going to go to a 3 to a 4. 4 up, rerolling 1s. Saved him. Any other shooting? You've got Maggotkin.
Yeah, the Maggotkin.
Cool, so the Glotkin's going to try and shoot my Lord Veritant, so he's -1 to hit.
So 4.
Hits. It wasn't a 6, so he doesn't have to reroll. And then wounds.
Wound is on a 4.
No. Cool. And then you've just got all your death heads.
Yep.
So shooting wise, he's going to throw the
Thrice ripened death head.
Yep, the thrice ripened death head into the Liberators. It's just this hero one.
Yep.
Hits.
3.
Wounds -2.
Rend 3.
Rend 3.
Damage G3.
So it's going to be a 3, 4, 5. So I've got a 6 up. Rerolling ones. Rerolling ones. Come on, suspense. No.
And
D3.
Yep.
1. Cool. Take a wound on the Liberators. And then the rest of the Black Kings, all of them are going into the Canite Shadow Stalkers.
Yes, so I'll just count.
Cool. So all the Death's Heads, 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. So that one. Any negative on these?
No.
No. So these are 5-up saves. And save 2, so 3 of them die. Right, charges. The only real one he's got, the front unit of Black Kings there into the Canite Shadow Stalkers. And 8, that should see him in pretty good. Alrighty, so the Black Kings are going into the remaining Canite Shadow Stalkers. -1 to hit, so 4s to hit. 6s explode, so 3 explodes. We'll count them up.
Roll
and then
6s, so
yep,
that's D6.
Yep, so those 3 you can roll. They turn into D6. 6, 11. Oh wow, 15.
Back in.
So you got an extra 5 attacks out of that. So you've got 20 dice now. 3s should see the Canite Shadow Stalkers dead. Because you're in a blight cyst. This means you're -1 rend, yes?
Yep.
Yeah. So this many 6-ups. Six ups. Yahtzee. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they're dead. Alrighty, Liberators into the Plague Bearers. -1 to hit, because they're just above 20, I think. 5, 10. Oh, actually, we've got to count this. Cool. As thought, they are not 20 models now, so now it is 3s to hit. And 3s to wound with the normal hammers. So 4 saves, no rend on these. Save 2.
Yeah, 2.
And then 2 5-up.
Noble saves.
No, so 1 dies so far. And then the Grand Hammers. So 3s. That's a good roll for the Grand Hammers. And 3s. Alright, that many 6-up saves to start with.
Yep.
So 6s, and then these are damage 2. -1, so... so they're saved, but then 3... That many 5-ups. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 10 dead altogether so far. Oh, altogether. The Liberators cleared a hole in those Plague Bearers, but at what cost? The Great Unclean One's now free to come in a later turn. So 9 Plague Monks here piled in. So that means you're going to get 27 attacks. No bonuses to hit or anything. You do explode on 6s still though. So which means you are 3s to hit.
Yeah, 3s and 4s.
So 4s to wound, yeah?
Yep.
Sure. So we'll take... It's not the best wound roll. There weren't any mortals there though. That was a decent amount of rolls for mortals. So we are currently on a 2-up, re-rolling 1s. Because you got no rend on you, so... re-roll those 1s. Save them all. The difference that Blades of Putrefaction makes. Then it's my turn to attack with something. If I got anything, I might over there actually. So Griffhound's piled in. He's got 3 attacks. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s. 1 wound, 1 armor save on a Black King.
4 up.
Saved. The Griffhound then will get to make a free retreat move though. So we'll retreat him up to here. Done. That'll be it for combat. So we'll count this one. But I'm pretty sure I gained that one completely now. So counting up the objective, unfortunately he only has 16 in range of that and I have 17. So he's not going to get the point. He's going to score another point for his home objective and that's it. Going into Stormcast turn 2, it is now 5-2. Just a little bit of an end of turn cleanup as well. He's spending a command point to make the Plague Bearers immune to Battle Shock. Other than that, my turn. Stormcast Eternals, turn 2. Start of it, both Castellans are going to do their buffs on their units. And I get a command point, and we're going to do Divine Light as my prayer. So it goes off. I'm going to put it on that unit of Liberators there. End of the movement phase. Obviously they can't move, but the Aether Wings here running down both flanks with both units of Aether Wings. And I've got a good little doggo over on the corner there, my last doggo on the table. Castellans and Veritant, they're all staying where they are, as are the Free Guild Guard at the back. Going to go into charges. We're going to charge with these Liberators here. Reason why we haven't moved them before we charge is because I still get all my bonuses to save if I've charged. It's only if I move in the movement phase or before it. So let's see what they can do with a charge. So charging, they got an 8, so that's going to see them in. So we'll charge with these and we'll come back. So that's what it looks like after the charge is made. We're going to go into combat and we're going to go with that block of Liberators over there first because we're going to murder those Plague Monks good. Start of the combat phase, I'm going to spend a command point to give myself reroll ones to hit on the Liberators over there as well. So let's do this. So we'll do the 5 Liberators that are fighting into the Black Kings first. They hit on 3s, re-rolling 1s, which of course there are none. And wounding on 3s. 3 wounds into your Black Kings. Take a wound. Yep. And then we've got 5 Liberators into the Plague Monks. These are normal ones. Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. No. 3 6-up saves on your Plague Monks. No, 3 die.
And I'll hit you back.
And then the Grand Hammers into the Plague Monks. 3s, re-rolling 1s. And 3s. So these are -1, so these just go straight through. So it's going to be 6, 7, 8, 16 dead. So damage to -1 as well, no save.
Cool.
So 16 dead.
Roll 16 dollars.
And 16 dead rats trying to attack me in their last moments. You're going to kill a Liberator back. So, Plague Monks attack, we've got 8 into that unit of Liberators, so 24 attacks.
3.
Re-rolling 6s against that unit of Liberators though. You have to re-roll your 6s before you get your extra attacks. It's good for me. 3s to hit though.
Yeah.
And then 4s to wound. Alrighty. So 4s to wound, and then I've got a 2-up re-rolling 1s at the moment. So 2-up save on the Liberators. Re-rolling 1s. And I heal my wound as well. All good. So hitting on 3s. No, you get your 6s on this one though.
I'll take them out.
And then 4s to wound. Reroll that one. Cool. Then saves on the Liberators. 2-ups. Rerolling 1s. There's a few 1s on that one. And re-rolling our 1s thanks to our shields. take a wound. So these Liberators are going to attack back. We're going to choose not to pile in because we don't want to bring that Grand and Clean one in. So 4 Grand Hammers, including the Prime. These are hitting on 3s. And 3s to wound. 4 and -1, so these are 6 up saves. Nope, and then 8 feel no pains because they're damage 2 apiece. That's not bad though. Save half of them, so 4. And then I've got the other Liberators. 2. No rend on these, so 5 ups. And then 5 ups again. No. So 6 die, which leaves your banner alive. Yep. So 2 Plague Bearers, they got the buff off him, so 4 attacks between the 2 of them.
4s.
2 hit.
And 3s.
Both wound. 2 up, rerolling 1s. Rerolling. Save. And that's a 6, so to heal the wound first and then apply any damage. So, last attack of the combat, Black Kings into the Liberators. 3s to hit, 6s, reroll those 6s though because of Divine Light. So you only get 1 explode, but they all still hit at least. So that does D6, 2. 3s to wound. They won't wound. They will. Rend 1, so I'm on a 3 up rerolling 1s now. It's cocked. Take 2 wounds, so 1 dies. So, Battle Shock phase, he's going to use his last command point on the Plague Monks, remembering I could go into a double turn here, and he's going to just try and roll for the 1. You get it, so D6 come back. 5, nice. That's solid. Cool. End of the turn though, I'm going to gain another 5 victory points, putting me up to 10. Priority. Oh, I got a 5. Got a 3. I'm going to take it, and I think we could see the game wrapping up here soon. And with that, it is game. There's nothing he can do at this point to catch up. It's going to be 3 turns of the Liberator sitting in the middle of the table. I'm going to be the 15. He's not going to catch up. The Plague Monks and the Plague Bearers are both going to die. We've called it here because, yeah, it is quite clearly game at this point. I'm probably even going to take his back foot objective in this turn too with the Aether Wings here. So that is that. Victory to the Stormcast. Well, thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below as well. If you'd like to catch up with some more fantastic Warhammer Age of Sigmar content, go check out our featured channel section where there's a bunch of other fantastic Warhammer Age of Sigmar content. And while you're at it, if you'd like to chat more Warhammer Age of Sigmar with us here at Sinful Gaming, you can follow a link in the description to our Discord server and come chat with us over there. Lastly, we'd like to give a shout out to everyone who supports the channel via Patreon and YouTube members. Thank you to James, AJC, JC, Christian Weir, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Halloran Shotfirst, Cowspawn, James Crowder, Andrew Bowen, and Nathan Thee. Thank you all for helping support the channel like you do, and if you'd like to help support the channel like them, you can find a link to our Patreon and YouTube members in the description of the video as well. Thank you all for watching though. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.